Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln Wheat penny coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have something truly special to explore, the United States 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny. If you've ever wondered how much a seemingly small penny could be worth, then you're in for a treat. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating history and incredible value of this coin. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, first minted in 1909, holds a special place in the hearts of coin collectors. Its simple yet iconic design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and two stalks of wheat on the reverse side, has become synonymous with American history. Over the decades, the Lincoln Wheat Penny has seen numerous variations, but today, we're focusing on a particularly rare and highly sought-after version, the 1950D. The 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at the Denver Mint, and it has a distinctive D mint mark located just beneath the date on the obverse side of the coin. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny from the era, but for those in the know, it's much more than that. This specific year and mint mark combination holds great significance in the numismatic world, and it's become one of the most desirable pennies for serious collectors. But what makes the 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny so rare? The answer lies in its mintage numbers. While millions of pennies were produced in 1950, the 1950D variety has a relatively lower mintage compared to other years of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. This, combined with the fact that many of these coins have been heavily circulated and worn down over time, makes finding a high-quality specimen an incredible rarity. Most of the 1950D pennies you come across are far from perfect, with visible wear, scratches, or discoloration. However, if you manage to find one in exceptional condition, the value skyrockets. One of the most important factors in determining the value of a coin is its condition, or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny in mint state, which means it has never been used in circulation, can command an impressive price. These coins are highly prized by collectors, who are willing to pay top dollar for a specimen in near perfect condition. Now, you might be wondering, what does a mint state coin look like? A coin in mint state will have sharp, clear details with no signs of wear or damage. The design will be crisp and well-defined, and the coin will have its original luster intact. For the 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny, this means the wheat stalks on the reverse side should be well-defined, and Abraham Lincoln's features on the obverse should be crisp and detailed. Another factor that can affect the value of a 1950D penny is any unique characteristics, such as errors or variations. Minting errors are highly sought after in the world of coin collecting, as they make a coin one of a kind. For example, if the 1950D penny has a double die error, where the image appears to be doubled or shifted, it can drastically increase its value. These types of mistakes happen during the minting process when a die is misaligned or improperly struck, and they often result in very noticeable imperfections on the coin. A double die or other error on a 1950D penny could potentially make it worth far more than a coin in regular condition. But even if your 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny isn't perfect or doesn't have any errors, it still holds value, especially if it's in good condition. While the value of a regular 1950D penny in worn or circulated condition might only be a few dollars, finding one that is well preserved or in better than average condition can make it worth much more. Coin collectors are constantly on the lookout for pennies from this era that are in the best possible shape, as these coins are becoming increasingly rare with time. When it comes to selling or purchasing rare coins like the 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny, the market can be unpredictable. Factors such as demand, the current state of the economy, and the rarity of the coin can all play a role in determining its value. But when a coin is as sought after as the 1950D, it's safe to say that the value will only continue to rise as more time passes and fewer pristine examples remain. So, what can you expect to get for your 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny? If you happen to stumble upon one that is in superb condition, perhaps an uncirculated coin with no signs of wear, it could be worth an astonishing amount of money. In fact, some collectors have reported selling 1950D pennies for prices that range into the tens of thousands of dollars. And if you're lucky enough to find one of these coins in near perfect condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the price. Are you ready? If you own a 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth as much as $85,000. Yes, you heard that right, $85,000 for a single penny. Imagine that, a simple, everyday coin turning into an incredible treasure just by staying in good shape. That's the beauty of coin collecting. What may seem like a small, insignificant piece of metal could actually hold massive value, especially when it's part of an important historical series like the Lincoln Wheat Penny. So, the next time you go through your spare change or hunt for coins to add to your collection, keep an eye out for the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny. You never know, you might just have a rare and valuable piece of American history on your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future discoveries. Top 2. If you're a collector or even just someone who loves the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, today's video will leave you amazed. We're going to delve into the fascinating world of the 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even in your loose change right now, ready to make you a fortune. If you've ever wondered how much a penny could be worth, this rare beauty might surprise you. Stick around, because we're about to reveal just how much a 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny could fetch in today's market. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, which was first minted in 1909, is one of the most iconic and beloved coins in American history. With Abraham Lincoln's portrait gracing the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, this coin has symbolized American resilience, prosperity, and the pursuit of progress for over a century. The Wheat Penny series was minted from 1909 all the way through 1958, and during this time, countless variations and mint marks were produced. But today, we're zooming in on one specific year in mint mark that stands out: 1949. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny, particularly those minted in the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, is a coin that many collectors are eager to get their hands on. So, what's so special about the 1949 version of this classic American coin? Let's take a closer look at what makes this penny both fascinating and valuable. First, we need to talk about the mintage numbers. In 1949, the U.S. Mint produced a relatively large number of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, but it wasn't an excessively high mintage year. The 1949 coins were struck in the millions, but due to factors such as wear and tear over time, many of these coins were lost or damaged, leaving only a select few in great condition. The result? A growing scarcity of well-preserved 1949 wheat pennies that has made them highly desirable to collectors. What makes the 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny especially rare is the condition of the coin. Coins like this one were widely circulated, so finding one in great shape can be a real challenge. Pennies that have been in circulation for decades often show signs of heavy wear, scratches, dents, discoloration, and fading of the design. A coin that has survived this long without these typical signs of use is considered a rare find. If you manage to come across a 1949 wheat penny in excellent condition, you're holding onto a piece of history. So, what exactly is meant by excellent condition? Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest grade, a perfect, uncirculated coin. For a 1949 wheat penny, a coin that is graded at a high level, such as MS65 or higher, would be considered in fantastic condition. These coins would show little to no signs of wear, and the details of the design, like the image of Abraham Lincoln and the wheat stalks, would still be sharp and well defined. Coins with higher grades are highly sought after and can command impressive prices at auction. Another factor that adds to the allure of the 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors are any issues that occur during the production process, and they can significantly increase the value of a coin. These errors might include double die strikes, where the image is imprinted more than once, or off-center strikes, where the design doesn't line up correctly on the coin. Such mistakes are relatively rare, and finding a 1949 wheat penny with a minting error is like discovering a one-of-a-kind treasure. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins with unique errors, making them highly desirable in the numismatic community. But even if your 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny doesn't have a minting error, it can still be worth a considerable amount if it is in excellent condition. Many collectors will pay top dollar for a coin that has been well preserved, as it becomes harder and harder to find these coins in pristine shape as time goes on. The market for rare, high-grade coins has continued to grow over the years, and coins from the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, especially from years like 1949, are always in demand. You might be wondering, how much could a 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny really be worth? Well, the answer to that depends on a few key factors: condition, rarity, and whether the coin has any unique features like a minting error. If you happen to have one of these rare pennies in near perfect or uncirculated condition, it could fetch an incredible amount of money. In fact, the value of a 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny can reach up to an astounding $88,000 when it is in top condition. Yes, you heard that right, $88,000 for a single penny. It's mind-blowing to think that a coin as simple as the 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny can hold such a high value. This is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can turn everyday objects into priceless treasures. Even if you don't find a penny worth tens of thousands of dollars, the joy of collecting and learning about these unique pieces of history is always rewarding. For those of you who are out there checking your change or digging through old coin collections, remember that a 1949 Lincoln Wheat penny could be worth much more than its face value. Whether it's a coin in superb condition or one with a rare minting error, this little penny could turn out to be an unexpected jackpot. So, keep your eyes peeled, coin collectors. You might just find that hidden gems sitting in your collection or hidden in a jar of loose change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the exciting world of rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our future discoveries. Top 3. We're about to dive into the fascinating world of one of the most coveted coins in American history, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This humble penny, which many might overlook in their coin jars, could be worth more than you ever imagined. Stay with us as we uncover the history, rarity, and unbelievable value of the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. To fully appreciate the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny, we first need to understand a little bit about the history behind this iconic coin. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, and it quickly became a symbol of American pride and prosperity. For decades, it circulated widely in the U.S. and became one of the most familiar coins in the country. The design of the coin featured President Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, representing the country's agricultural heritage. The coin continued to be minted every year until 1958, but not all years are created equal in the eyes of collectors. While the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny may seem like just another year in the series, there are key factors that make this particular penny especially valuable. If you're lucky enough to have a 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny in your collection, you could be holding onto a real treasure. Let's start with the basics. In 1945, the U.S. was in the final stages of World War II, and the country's economy was still in recovery. During this time, the U.S. Mint produced a relatively large number of pennies, but despite the high mintage numbers, it wasn't an era of high-quality coins. Most of the pennies from 1945 were widely circulated, and over the years, they've become heavily worn from use in everyday transactions. As a result, finding a 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny in excellent condition is a rare and valuable discovery for any coin collector. The key to understanding the rarity of this penny is in the coin's condition. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. The more worn a coin is, the less valuable it becomes. Coins are graded based on their appearance, with a scale ranging from 1 to 70. A coin graded at 70 is considered perfect, while a coin with visible wear and damage will receive a much lower grade. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny is no exception, and it's especially rare to find one that has been preserved in near mint or uncirculated condition. A coin in uncirculated condition is one that has never been used for transactions, meaning it has remained in pristine condition since it was minted. These coins have sharp, clear details with no signs of wear or fading. For a 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny, this means that the wheat stalks on the reverse side should be sharply defined, and President Lincoln's image should be clean and crisp. If you're fortunate enough to come across one of these perfect specimens, you're holding onto something truly special. In addition to condition, there are other factors that contribute to the value of the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. One of the most important factors in coin collecting is rarity. While the 1945 penny was produced in large numbers, it's the condition and availability of high-grade examples that determine how rare it is. Coins that have been well preserved are becoming harder to find as more time passes and coins continue to circulate and get damaged. So, a 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny in top-notch condition is a rarity in today's market, making it highly desirable for collectors. Another factor that can make a 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny particularly valuable is if it has a unique feature or minting error. Minting errors are fascinating to collectors because they create one-of-a-kind coins that don't match the original design. For example, some 1945 pennies have been found with double dies, where the coin was struck twice, causing a doubling effect on the design. These types of errors can significantly increase the value of a coin, as they are highly sought after by collectors looking for something truly rare. Other errors, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, can also make a 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny even more valuable. And now, you're probably wondering just how much a 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny can be worth if it's in excellent condition. The truth is, the value can vary greatly depending on the condition of the coin and whether it has any minting errors. In general, a 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny in good condition might be worth just a few dollars, but a coin that is in mint or uncirculated condition can command a much higher price. And if your penny happens to have a rare minting error or unique feature, its value could rise significantly. So, what's the final word on the value of a 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny? If you happen to find one of these rare coins in near perfect condition, or even one with a minting error, you could be looking at an incredible payday. The most valuable 1945 Lincoln Wheat pennies have been known to sell for as much as $93,000 when they're in top condition or have a unique error. Yes, that's right, $93,000 for a single penny. That's absolutely astounding, isn't it? A small, everyday coin that many people overlook could be worth a small fortune if it's the right one. So, the next time you're going through your change or flipping through your coin collection, take a closer look at your 1945 Lincoln Wheat pennies. You never know, you might just have a rare and valuable treasure hidden in your hand. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. Top 4. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny, a coin that might be hiding in your collection or even tucked away in a jar of old coins. You'll be amazed by just how valuable this seemingly ordinary penny could be. So, let's take a closer look at this rare treasure and uncover its history, rarity, and what makes it so valuable. The Lincoln Wheat penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909, it became a symbol of both the country's past and its progress, with the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse side. Over the decades, millions of these coins were minted, but not all years and mint marks are created equal. Today, we're focusing on a coin from 1944, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny. To understand why the 1944 is such a valuable find, we need to look at a few key factors that set it apart from other coins in this series. 1944 was a significant year in American history. The country was in the midst of World War II, and wartime shortages of materials led to some interesting changes in coinage production. The U.S. Mint, in particular, had to get creative with the metals used in coins, and this led to some unusual coins being struck during that period. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny is one of those coins that's both historically significant and highly prized by collectors. One of the first things to note about the 1944 penny is its minting location. The D in the mint mark refers to the Denver Mint, which was responsible for producing a significant number of coins during that year. However, despite the relatively high mintage, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny stands out for several reasons. While millions of these pennies were produced, the coin's rarity lies in its condition and the scarcity of well-preserved examples. Over the years, many of the 1944 pennies became heavily worn through circulation. Most pennies from that era show visible signs of age, scratches, fading, and general wear from being used in everyday transactions. Finding one in excellent or uncirculated condition is a rare occurrence, and that's where the value starts to climb. In coin collecting, the condition of the coin is one of the most important factors that determines its worth. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the perfect specimen. A coin that is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in circulation and is in pristine condition, can be worth significantly more than a coin that has been heavily circulated. For a 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny to be considered in excellent condition, it needs to retain all the fine details of its design. The wheat stalks on the reverse should be sharp and well-defined, and Abraham Lincoln's portrait should be crisp and clear without any fading or damage. When a coin like this survives in near-perfect condition, it becomes a rare and valuable item that collectors eagerly seek out. But condition isn't the only factor that makes the 1944 penny so desirable. In the world of coin collecting, one of the most sought-after features is a minting error. Minting errors occur during the production process, and they can make a coin unique and highly valuable. The 1944 penny is no exception. Some examples of this coin have been discovered with striking errors, such as double dies, where the design appears to be duplicated due to a misalignment in the minting process. These errors are particularly exciting for collectors because they create one-of-a-kind coins that can dramatically increase in value. So, what exactly makes a minting error so special? Well, when a coin is struck more than once, or if the design is misaligned, it results in a noticeable flaw that makes the coin different from all others. This makes the coin not just a piece of currency, but a rare collectible item. Minting errors are highly prized in the numismatic community, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these unique pieces of history. Now, you might be wondering, how much could a 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny actually be worth? Well, the value of these pennies can vary depending on their condition and any errors they might have. A regular 1944 penny in worn or average condition may only fetch a few dollars, but when you find one that's in excellent or uncirculated condition, the value skyrockets. If your penny has a minting error, such as a double die or another unique feature, its value could rise even further. The truth is, a 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny in pristine condition or with a rare error could be worth an astonishing amount. In fact, a single 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny in top condition has been known to sell for as much as $96,000. Yes, you heard that right, $96,000 for a single penny. This incredible amount is a testament to the rarity and desirability of this coin, especially when it's in perfect condition or has a unique minting error. For most of us, finding a coin worth that much is a once-in-a-lifetime event. But even if your 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny isn't quite worth six figures, it still holds historical significance and value. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series as a whole is one of the most iconic and sought-after series in the world of coin collecting, and each coin, particularly those from key years like 1944, plays a part in telling the story of America's past. So, the next time you're going through your coin collection, or even sorting through spare change, take a second to check for that D mint mark. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny might be more than just a piece of change, it could be a rare and valuable treasure just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all our future content. Top 5. We're diving into a fascinating coin that might just be hiding in your collection or sitting unnoticed in a jar of old change. Have you ever come across a 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny? If you haven't, then you might be in for an amazing discovery, as this particular coin has captivated collectors for years. You might be asking yourself, how can a simple penny be worth anything significant? Well, stick around because we're about to uncover the incredible value and backstory behind the 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny. First, let's take a step back and talk about the Lincoln Wheat penny series as a whole. These iconic coins were first introduced in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, and they quickly became one of the most beloved and recognizable coins in the United States. For nearly 5 decades, the Lincoln Wheat penny was minted, and during that time, millions of these coins circulated across the country. The coin features a profile of President Lincoln on the obverse side and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, symbolizing the agricultural roots of America. The 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny is one of the key dates in the series, and it's especially important to collectors because it offers a fascinating blend of historical significance, rarity, and the potential for value. To understand why this particular coin is so valuable, we need to take a closer look at what makes it stand out among other pennies from the same era. One of the main factors that contribute to the value of the 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny is the condition in which it survives. As we know, pennies from this era were used in daily transactions and passed through the hands of countless individuals. Most of these coins became worn, scratched, and damaged over time, so finding one in excellent condition is a rare and sought-after find. Coins in poor condition are not as valuable as those that have been preserved or remain in near mint or uncirculated condition. A 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny in mint state, or even in high-grade condition, is a rare treasure in the world of numismatics. These coins are in pristine condition, showing little to no signs of wear, and the details of the design, such as the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait and the clarity of the wheat stalks, are still visible. These high-quality coins are hard to come by, making them much more valuable to collectors who are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved pieces of history. So, why is the 1954 Lincoln Wheat penny so special compared to other years? One reason is the relatively low mintage for that year, particularly from the Denver Mint, which produced the D mint-marked pennies. Although millions of these pennies were struck, it's important to note that not all of them were kept in pristine condition. In fact, many of them were quickly worn down from being spent in everyday commerce. Over the years, the number of well-preserved 1954D pennies has dwindled, making them harder to find and, therefore, more valuable. Collectors often search for coins from specific years and mint marks, and the 1954D has garnered attention because of its connection to a particular era in American history. The 1950s were a time of post-war prosperity, and the economy was thriving. But the 1954D penny also serves as a reminder of a time before major changes were made to the nation's coinage, before the transition to more modern designs. It's a small piece of history that has continued to captivate numismatists for decades. Another aspect that adds to the allure of the 1954D penny is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors are unique and rare flaws that occur during the production process, and they can make a coin worth far more than its regular counterpart. These errors can include misaligned dies, double strikes, off-center strikes, and even things like missing details. When a coin has one of these rare errors, it becomes even more valuable, as collectors search for these oddities to complete their collections. If you're lucky enough to have a 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny with a minting error, you could see its value soar even higher. And now, let's get to the good part, the value. The 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but when found in excellent condition or with a rare minting error, this penny can be worth a significant amount of money. In fact, a well-preserved 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny, especially one that is uncirculated or in near-perfect condition, could fetch a price that most people would never expect for a penny. As of the latest auctions and sales, a top-quality 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny has been known to sell for an astounding $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe that a coin that's just over 70 years old could command such an impressive price, but that's the world of rare coin collecting. This is a perfect example of how seemingly ordinary coins can turn out to be extraordinary, both in historical significance and monetary value. For most collectors, finding a 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny in excellent condition is a rare and rewarding experience. It's not just about the money, it's about owning a piece of history, a tangible link to the past that tells the story of a nation's evolution. Whether it's a rare coin in pristine condition or one with an exciting minting error, the 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny continues to be one of the most coveted coins in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you're sorting through your coins or checking out an old collection, take a closer look at any 1954D pennies you might find. Who knows? You might just be holding a valuable piece of history in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future content. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!